So this one is gonna be a really fast video, but a lifesaver video for some of you that are not, comfortable with working on something like a Batcave. And what you want to understand is that being a colorist, it's all about working in darkness because you want to focus just on those images in your monitor. And about that, we're gonna talk about the ambience and the monitor. So we will talk about how important it is to have a balanced monitor, but above all, in my personal opinion, if you don't have, an insane amount of money to spend on a really great monitor, the greatest thing for you is to stick with scopes. We will talk about scopes too, obviously, but scopes are the biggest thing because normally, if you're working, especially for web or for broadcast, you want to know where your image sits based on your scopes. Normally, the first thing that I say to everyone is work, start as a starting point, work in a dark area. So if you're in an office, just close everything, but it's not just like closing the curtain, it's like make complete dark inside your area. And that's the first rule. The second rule is do not use directional lighting. So do not use lights emitters inside your room that are gonna cast everywhere, especially on your monitor. You want to take light strips, you want to take everything that it's super diffuse, and you want to place it especially behind your monitor or behind your working stuff, and you want to have it super diffuse. I personally use Geek light strips. These are good. These have custom application. If you don't have the iPhone, on the iPhone I guess these work with the HomeKit, but if you don't have an iPhone, they have their own app. These are RGB, these are customizable. You can put that behind your screen. The important thing is that they just have to diffuse soft light so your eyes will work fine even after hours and hours in front of the screen. And you want to keep them really low. Like, if you want to go out with a really good chick that you like and you want to have a really soft ambience, something like that, and you really want to have a really soft ambience, and that's what you want to do. You want to be romantic with yourself and your display. That sounds pretty weird, but stick with me. And creating an ambience like that will help you during the days, color grading, being in a really calm and soft station, and your eyes will say thank you because you'll be just watching at one thing. You'll be focused on color if you have a really good monitor, or on scopes and on everything you're seeing, and you don't absolutely want light cast from all over your desk or on your screen. If you usually work in a lightened up area or in a lightened up office, just stick with me. Try to cover everything with blackboards or whatever you have and stick with soft lights. And that's my first rule: work in darkness, or if not in complete darkness, in like really soft light ambient. The second thing is that I don't want to talk a lot about monitors. I can give you names. I can say that if you don't have lots of money, LG and Dell, these are the two brands that I may recommend for monitors around 500 euros or dollars. These ones are good, but I can't say one specific model because I'm pretty sure that tomorrow it will come up with another one. I remember from like a few months ago the Dell UDX or something like this, and then LG come up with another one like a month later, and then it come up with another one a month later. You want to know that personally these two brands, Dell and LG, for cheap monitors are the good one as a starting point. And as said, they make different monitors day by day. So you want to stick to this one as a start, and you want to take a monitor calibrator, and even with that, you want to stick with scopes. Scopes will talk the truth, because if you'll be gonna taking, I don't know, maybe a reference still from a movie, and about that I suggest you to subscribe to ShotDeck, and ShotDeck is that website with real stills from movies, and it's great to have stills from movie because you can just take it, drag it inside Davinci Resolve, reading the scopes, the exact scopes from that movie, and copy that. If you're not 100% sure or where your curve should be or where your scope should be, this image will talk for you. So if you want to achieve those types of yellow, just tweak your image in the way we're gonna do and watch at the scopes. And if your yellow's out there, you'll see those types of yellow. If you want the desaturated blues that you see on Interstellar, take the frame, put it into your project, copy that, and if you're not seeing right, the scopes see right for you. So just stick with that for color rendition and just to be safe. And about calibrate your monitor, personally, I prefer the X-Rite calibrator. Right now, I guess there is the X-Rite i1 Display Pro Plus, and this is great if you don't have really, you know, high budget monitor. It's a product that you can find on Amazon. You want to take that, place it on your monitor and calibrate it. Everything is written on the instruction, obviously. It's a calibrator that you can find on Amazon. You can just take it, place it over your monitor, and you know, you'll have to follow the instruction to calibrate your own monitor. And it will be like spending 200 or 300 euros, but you'll be like popping up your LG or Dell monitor. But even with that, even calibrating a monitor like that with a great tool like this one, I will say again, stick with scopes. If you have money, I suggest you to take Canon or Flanders Scientific or small HD monitors, but it will be like going from 5-6K up to 20-30K. And yeah, that's a lot of money. You want to come to that point of having those type of monitors after a few years of working. Yeah, I'm saying few years, but you may need more than few years, but yeah. The great thing is to stick with scopes and have a good ambient. Obviously, you know, for your budget, having a great monitor will be always the best thing, because you'll be like watching at what you're actually doing, what you're actually delivering. But again, scopes will talk for the truth. So pure white will be achievable by doing a really great color correction, a really great white balance, and you can make that just even by looking scopes. And that's a great thing if you don't have money for a high-end monitor. Some people ask me, I need to have a proper, you know, high standard monitor. I might say no. I might say no if you're not a super professional colorist. You'll arrive, you'll come to have it, but it's not your first priority. Your priority right now is to understand that, is to understand where to work and how to work, and again, stick with darkness and scopes. And after that, it will be like a mental process. It will be like, okay, I'm achieving to have a 10-bit monitor and I'm working on a great workstation, on a dark workstation. I'm fine with it. Then you'll set your next goal to those Flanders Scientific or to that small HD or that Canon monitor. So as priorities, dark areas, really soft lights inside your studio, grab a pretty good monitor, even an LG or Dell monitor, and an X-Rite calibrator for your monitor. Then after this, stick with scopes, and then, you know, focus for the future on a 10-bit monitor or then a high-level monitor from 5K up. Right now it's 5K up because really great monitor have that price range right now, but it's, you know, possible that in 1 year someone will break, you know, the market and there will be a game changer monitor. So who never knows. So now let's move on and let's start with the Davinci Resolve workflow. We're gonna see how, you know, working inside the project, launching our first project and setting up our database with all our projects. Let's jump into the Davinci Resolve.